Okay, so this is just a bit of an update on the robotic versions. So this is one I've started long before I took on the Extra 5. The Extra 5 that I'm doing built up to the waist point, so I'll be working on the chest and arms in the next couple of weeks. I'm just waiting for all of the motors to come in. There's quite a few motors because there's 6 motors per Johnny 5. But this one has come a long way, so this is just a bit of an update on what I've got done. So I have added the toolbox with the battery, 9-volt battery inside the toolbox. It's a little bit bigger than it should be, just a bit fatter, but the backpack sort of complements it. But it's the only way I could really get a 9-volt battery in there. So the 9-volt battery is in there. At the moment, that one is just made out of resin. I'm waiting for some matte red filaments to possibly do them in filament instead, just because I think they're going to last a bit longer, because you can be a bit more rougher with them, especially if you're going to be changing the battery in and out. I also made it a little bit bigger than a 9-volt, so if anybody wanted to upgrade their battery, they can do a chargeable one. Right now it's just going to be a 9-volt. I'm just keeping everything nice and simple. So that is the toolbox all done. That is on a magnet as well. So this little step down will be in the caddy, and there'll be a little plug there, so we can just unplug the entire toolbox all together. It'll actually come off on a magnet. So that is on a magnet right there. Nice powerful magnet, so that'll hold everything up. I need the magnet there just in case anything moves. You don't want anything to snap off or anything like that during shipping and stuff like that, and especially because he's a robotic one now. You got to be playing with it, so nice and strong. The backpack is containing the lip light module now and the soundboard. There'll be some little switches on the side of the soundboard, but that gives me access to the head now. Before it's going to have the board in the head, which I wouldn't be able to do the premium lip lights, but now I can, and add some eye lights. All of the wires are all tucked in, so you don't see any wires anywhere now. So basically on the bottom, there'll be some switches up here, different switches and plugs. There'll be a plug for a USB, micro USB. This comes off, and there is your receiver there. 6-channel there. Pop it back down. We might just spin around, turn him on. So it comes with the FlySky FS-i6S controller. So these will be your arms. So this arm will control that arm, because you'll obviously be looking at the robot and controlling it. So this arm will control that arm, this one, that one. This will control the head, and this will control the waist. I just felt a bit easier to do. As you're doing your arms, you can just move the head and waist quite comfortably. So we'll just turn him on. So you hold these both down, and he should be good to go. And as you can hear, he is dead silent. So there's no hummings or anything like that, which is really nice. That was one thing I didn't like about the servos. Even when I turned him on, he did not even move. He didn't judder or anything. So that is the arms. So wherever you move it, it's going to stop. I've had a lot of practice. So that is the arms, and then the head is up here. So that is on a magnet system, so it doesn't matter how far you go. You're not going to break anything. That also comes off on a magnet like that. I won't put it off at the moment because I'm still working on the head, doing the lip lights and stuff like that. But this is just a little quick update on how it's all going. So I've got the same motors as before. And that is pretty much it so far. The next video will probably be some of the detail painting, some of the decals are on. The head will be finished and stuff like that, but that is basically where I'm at with the robotic versions. The wheel hubs will be getting changed so they're more accurate to the movie. Some things I did learn about adding the battery here, which I don't normally do. I usually have the battery down here because that's quite heavy. It has put a lot more weight on the chest here, which is putting more strain there, so I've angled that a little bit higher, so now that becomes like a bracket to hold the torso. The other thing was, if I hold a straight edge right there, you can see all of the motors for the chest that way, so it was putting some strain on the waist there, so this sort of counterbalances it, so it worked out well. And the backpack sort of brings it out as well, so that little tiny adjustment on that toolbox doesn't look too bad. And there's a big decal that goes down the side there as well. So that is the robotic version. All articulated. We will have all the wires and stuff like that here on both arms. Glass eyes. Remove adjustable eyebrows and stuff like that. But that is it so far.